When solving inequalities, your final solution must have the variable on the left. If, after using inverse operations, the variable is on the right, you need to rewrite your inequality statement so that the variable is on the left. When you do this, you need to be really careful to make sure that your new inequality statement is equivalent to your original inequality. For example, if you were solving and ended up with 4 is less than g, you would need to rewrite this not as g is less than 4. You can't just switch the values. You need to think about the equivalent inequality. 4 is less than g is the same as g is greater than 4. This is the acceptable final solution. Notice I changed the direction of my inequality to maintain the same meaning. 4 is less than g is the same as g is greater than 4. If I were solving and I ended up with -3 is greater than or equal to a, I need to rewrite this with a on the left, but I can't just write a is greater than or equal to -3. That doesn't have the same meaning. A is on the left, -3 is on the right, but now I need to use a less than or equal to symbol. I need to change the direction of my inequality to maintain the meaning. -3 is greater than or equal to a is the same as a is less than or equal to -3. You may think this is kind of an arbitrary thing that we are requiring of you, but the reason that you're required to write the variable on the left is so that you continue to correctly graph your inequality. G is greater than 4 leads you to a correct graph with an open dot and an arrow to the right with the arrow matching the inequality symbol. A is less than or equal to -3 leads to the correct graph, closed dot, arrow to the left. Students that graph from 4 is less than g instead of g is greater than 4 very, very frequently graph incorrectly. So when you're solving, if you end up with the variable on the right, rewrite, changing the inequality symbol so that the variable's on the left. Here's an example where we would do that. We're trying to isolate x. Our first inverse operation is to subtract 1 from both sides. 12 is greater than 2x. Second inverse operation is to divide by 2. 12 divided by 2 is 6. 2x divided by 2 is just x. Now you may think you're done. We have isolated x on one side of the inequality symbol, but we need to rewrite this so that the x is on the left and the 6 is on the right. I can't just keep my inequality the same. I have to change it to maintain the meaning. So 6 is greater than x is the same as x is less than 6. This is your final answer. X is less than 6, and if we ask you to graph your solution, you'll be able to do so correctly since your variable's on the left.